Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dimensions of Love. This is our Pick a Shell reading. I love to do this Pick a Shell reading. It's your weekend message, so it's just for the weekend energies that are connected to you or that will occur for whatever weekend that you are watching this video. When it catches you, that is for that weekend that it will be. Because again, we are all connected and everything happens exactly when it's supposed to happen. So I thank you all for being here. If you are returning, thank you for always watching these videos and making this channel grow and be a safe space for everyone that wants guidance and just to spread that love to the world, because we need to remind ourselves where home is, and it's right here inside of each and every single one of us. So thank you for that. If you're new here, welcome in. This is your energy. Spirit wanted you to find this message, the connection to you, your spirit guides, however and whatever word that resonates for you is the truth. We all have our truth, and all of that is valid. So thank you for being here. And if you like, love, share, and subscribe this channel. And without any further ado, I'm going to jump into the piles. But before I do that, I just want to say the main energy of the cards, because all pile 1, 2, and 3 have something in common. And what's in common with all the 3 piles is that the shells are small shells. So usually they can have a different variation of sizes, but in this particular reading, every pile got a small shell. Now, just because it's small doesn't mean that it's insignificant, but it is valuable to notice those details too. And because I'm an energy reader and I read the energy, I also see it very clearly here that whatever messages, so because I'm an energy reader, I got so blocked. I'm doing this Pick a Shell reading very late. I planned to do the recordings more earlier than what has happened now. And so I'm reading the energies that someone or something doesn't want you to hear this message. And so because there's that blockage, usually I always say it's for the weekend, but whenever this catches you, this video, it might be the weekend that was or the weekend that will be ahead forward. So it's like a range of 3 weeks now. Why I'm saying this is because, again, I'm an energy reader and this is how I'm reading it. So I might say this is your weekend message, but on this one, it kind of isn't. So I can't lie. I have to tell it like it is. And if you are a returning subscriber, you know how this works. I always have to keep it honest. And I've been having trouble with my fingers too to move. So I haven't done so many recordings as I wanted to. And that's a little bit personal. But I'm fine. And just to get into this pile. So just briefly, how this goes, you pick a pile 1, 2, or 3, and that will be your message, whatever resonates, if it's the shell, if it's the number, if it's whatever it is that you're drawn to. And if you can't pick, I also say, pick the one that you least want, because that can also be what we exactly need to hear. And always, your intuition. Use your intuition, because it's your guidance. You already know the truth. It's within you. I am just mirroring back what you really already know and need to hear. That's important for you to know, because the power lies within you all. So thank you for sitting through that, and let's just jump into the piles. So pile number 1, this is your shell. And your shell is called Supriya Moneta. And your shell is all about finances, abundance, richness in all of its form, because this shell first originated as a trading, and it was not a trading just in a particular part of the world. This shell was as a trading object throughout the whole world. And after this, when the trading came about its end, they were starting to split these shells, and there is the original idea of how the coin started to become, so that we used payment as money as such. So this is a shell that's very, very dates back in history and is very, very, very abundant. And I feel that's how your energy is this weekend. You're very abundant in your energy. Overall, pile number one, you all got an amazing shell to begin with. It's very abundant. And let's go through all of your cards. So we had the Empress upright. I'm going to put, if there's any flare in this video, I'm going to put up the cards so you can see them more in detail. And then we got the Empress in reverse. So you had a strong energy of Empress, you guys. Libra is coming through for the signs. We have the Judgment in reverse. Okay, so we have Three of Swords upright. Transformation, 13, that's a number. And adjustments, Trumpet card. So pile number two, your cards are saying that there's a lot of fruitfulness on this weekend for you guys. And I'm being drawn to the letter A. So anyone connection for this weekend, letter A, that's your guidance. And also number 13 is popping up very strongly here. We have the Empress very strong because we have her upright and reverse. I feel like for many of you, it's motherhood, it's mother, it's an energy of reincarnation, something that's being cleansed, something with, I don't want to trigger anyone, but it has to do with a child, whether it is a child that was lost, a child that was supposed to receive. And, you know, don't take it physical. It can be physical, but it's also energetically. So energetically, like an idea, like birthing something new, something creative. So on this weekend for you guys, pile number one is a birthing that is occurring. And I feel like it's a reincarnation with the Judgment card. Again, it's like affirming that it's a birthing, I feel like, of yourself, like a mothering. For many of you, you're mothering yourself on this weekend. And because I'm feeling all of this with reincarnation, there's a part coming through for you guys that, because it's transformation, I feel for many of you, this is dating back from your ancestors. When children was lost, motherhood couldn't fulfill the cycle complete. And something on this weekend, there's something that will lock up, will open up for you, that you will see clearly, that has connection with this birthing. And it's beautiful because it's tied to family. Again, with the Judgment card for you guys, pile number one, it's very much so connected with, I mean, it's Three of Swords. Of course, it's sadness and it's heartbreak. It's something that I feel for many of you, there's this, when this change, for many of you that are going through this transformation, because this is dimensions of love and we're connecting with consciousness, and you're also connected with consciousness, because this is not a coincidence. I feel like many of you are leveling up, you are transforming and you're changing, and that can bring about a lot of fears. So it can be a difficult transition going through that. And so this is a reminder that you don't have to have fear to change. You know, you're guided. I feel angels are presence, and, you know, like this card is saying, adjustment. So it is an alignment. There's an inner marriage with spirit, and it's all about birthing yourself instead of, it can be also physical. It can be physical dimensionally, that this is happening. But mostly I feel for you, pile number one, something is happening that is from your ancestors. You are clearing out a lineage of some hurt connecting to child, whether it is an idea that was stolen, a child that was lost, however it resonates for you, something as such is coming through very strongly. And you guys are the Empress energy, and the Empress energy is, I mean, she is the mother of the mothers. And because you have money in overflow, some of you might physically actually get money, but many of you, you are in that energy. Your lineage, your ancestors, what you have done for the world in your ancestor lineage is to Mother Earth, you know, and Mother Earth loves all the mothers that have devoted their energy into healing in some shape or form. And pile number one, your ancestors have done a lot of work in that area. So there's a lot of fruitfulness for you moving ahead that will be very abundant. And with all the piles, like I said, this is something is there to block this message. And I definitely feel that it could be a jealous energy of something, but the truth is here, and justice is definitely also present in your reading with the Trump card here, the Justice card with the adjustment. So with that being said, it is a rebirth energy, definitely, for you guys in pile number one. And so I hope that this message helps you navigate forward on this weekend. And as always, thank you for being here, and I see you next time. Bye, pile number one. Hi, my pile number two, and this is the card that you all received. And this shell is called Nasarius Vivex. And immediately I go to the X. So it's something connecting to the underworld for you guys of pile number two. What I'm feeling mostly here with your card and what your card is saying is that someone that doesn't have consciousness and will basically do anything to just get ahead in life. That's connecting to this shell pile number two. And I'm going to unpack your cards. We're going to go through the cards, but mostly that is what your shell is saying. But also, this shell is connected. What this shell physically does, it's like an army of cleansing shells. They clean the bottom of the ocean. So if you are in the energy of in the bottom of the ocean of cleansing, whatever it is that's being cleansed out, it's a purging. It's a purging of cleansing within. So it has to be cleansed. And that dark energy can be transformed into something beautiful, but then again can also be like, it can be very unconscious of what you're causing to others and do everything to get ahead. So let's just unpack your energies here. Pile number two, we have the Highest Priestess in reverse. Okay. We have Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We have Temperance in reverse. Pile number two. We have Eight of Wands in reverse. You get a lot of reverse energy here, pile number two. We have Love. Number six card, we have Water sign, Gemini coming through, and the Hanged Man, pile number two. You got the Hanged Man here. Yes. I'm having Sagittarius here, Cancer, Pisces, Gemini energy here for all of you that like to go through these energy readings and pick a shell with signs involved. What I'm sensing for you, pile number two, is that there is some, on this weekend, there is some addiction that comes through, some addiction that's very difficult, that pulls you in, makes you lose control, and causes you to procrastinate. So with the Highest Priestess, it's just, on this weekend, you'll feel this pressure. Just, you have to take a stand into something. You can't stand in everything, and you can't stand in nothing. So you have to take some sort of stance. Spirit wants you to make a decision. So whatever it is that will push you on this weekend, it's pushing you so that you can make a decision. Okay. So if you feel like this is so difficult, it's so much, or I don't have nothing to go on, this is your message. It feels very, I mean, it's about giving also and receiving love. So if you're going through this addiction and you don't know how to, you can't handle it, it's difficult. It can also be connected with, for some of you, it is jealousy and it is relationship wise because we have the love card. But still, it feels very physical here, I have to say. And it's delays, it's a lot of reversed energy. But again, it's like being in the bottom to, sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom in order to start to get out of it. You have to be in the bottom to feel like. And maybe your energy is pile number two, is all of you that pick this, is that you've never hit rock bottom. And sometimes we have to hit rock bottom, especially if you're strong. You really have to hit rock bottom in order to rise very high. And usually those that hit rock bottom is those people that actually rise the highest. So the lower you go, the highest you'll peak. And so that could be positive and also negative. And I'm sensing that there's a positivity if you chose to go with it in that direction, if you chose to go with it in addiction. Because I feel like, again, just like the hangman, spirit, it wants to enliven you into something and it forces you to stay in this energy so that you can see it. Like, I feel like for you guys, something is repeating. Like on this weekend, things are repeating because when we repeat the same stuff, we can't ask to get a different result. It's kind of like that kind of energy. So spirit is repeating this lesson, holding you there until you can see it clearly and understand, okay, I get it. This is what I need to do something different here. And that's what the highest priestess here would take in the stance in all talking about. It's just this energy of you're being asked by spirit to be here so that you can see something clearly. And there is an anxiety about money with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. There is this anxiety of difficulties that might push it. Maybe if it is a relationship, you have finances tied to each other, or you have all of these energies that are happening. I want to say, because I feel like it's different areas for you guys in pile number two, but all of it stems from the love within that you haven't, you haven't received that love from yourself. You're not, there's something, I feel like something's blocking, just like this message for all the three piles that's been blocked. This is what I feel is being blocked from yourself, really, mostly. I don't feel like it's connecting to someone else. It's connected from yourself. You're blocking something off. And maybe spirit wants you to stay in this so that you can see it. And the moment that you see it and you clear it is when this, the anxiety of where will I get the money? How will this be? All of that starts to clear out. All of this relationship, if you lose something, leaving this relationship, it's just reminding you that with the Temperance card in reverse, it's just an illusion. All of it, it's just an illusion. It's a descent of the light into darkness. Okay? So it's not just, it might look like it's negative, but it really isn't. It is needed to happen in this way because this is, spirit knows you best. This is the best way for you to see it most clearly. So that's what I'm getting for you, pile number two. I hope that this message helps you navigate forward on this weekend, and I hope to see you next time in a Pick a Shell reading. Bye, pile number two. Hello, pile number three. This is your weekend message. You have the shell Sudrea Maesis, and that's in Latin. The name is not so important, but the shell is important, how it looks. And with your shell, your weekend message is that you are sensitive. You're sensitive energy. You're very sensitive to energy and everything around you, meaning that you probably are descending to higher levels of consciousness and understanding things difficult. And that's when we are moving forward in feeling very sensitive and needing to like retreat back into this 3D reality of feeling everything without being so sensitive to it. So it's like a moving back and forth before it stabilizes energy wise. And that's your shell. So what is it about the sensitivity for this weekend? Let's unpack your cards. We had a 10 of Wands upright. We have 9 of Swords upright. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. We have 5 of Cups upright. We have 5 of Air. We have double 5 here. So 5 is significant for you guys. And then we have Gain, discs, 9 of discs. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, directly you're connected with like hexagon. That's what I'm seeing. That's the shape that's coming through for you guys. And number 9 and 5 will be significant for you guys this weekend. Now let's unpack this message. If we're connected with the symbols and sign, we have Venus and we have the Virgo energy strong in your cards pile number 3. So I mean, first of all, I feel like your messages, this sensitivity, you'll still gain good luck. I feel like there's something with your cards saying that good luck is in your favor, because in all conflicts, and you have a lot of conflict here, like a lot of people energy involved here, but in all conflict, you stand pure. And when you stand pure, you always win. That's how you always win. And it might not look in the physical like you're winning, but energetically and dimensionally, you're always winning when you stay pure in all conflicts. That is the fact of your energy pile number 3. And emotionally, I feel like you are on this weekend lost in something. It feels like there's a sacrifice needing to be made here. Sometimes we have to sacrifice things, and I don't know where this loss comes from. I feel like it's a loss just with this 5 of cups here. It feels like you've lost something emotionally that feels very difficult, and on this weekend you're very sensitive to those energy. You're very sensitive to what you've lost, and spirit don't want you to look at those things that you lost, because it doesn't matter, because you never know that you might have lost something that you believe was good but actually was bad for you. So sometimes we have to embrace all of those things that we've lost too, and be thankful that we lost them, because we never know what waits ahead. That's the energy that I'm getting for you guys. And I'm feeling that you're very anxious here with the Knight of Swords, like many sleepless nights. You're having difficulty. Maybe physically something is happening with you on this weekend where you will have trouble sleeping for many. But it feels like there's a lot of burden and responsibilities, and this sensitivity makes this weekend very difficult for you because you have this sensitivity. And again, when we are moving in consciousness and in higher layers, there's levels to this. We can, when we are ascending, feel very, very sensitive, where everything feels too much. And that's okay. But it is also important for me to mention to you, pile number 3, that even if you might feel this sensitivity, don't let the mind start to run with you. You know, it's not that deep. Don't overthink it. That's what I want to say to you, pile number 3. You might feel like you want to overthink this, but spirit is actually asking you, don't overthink this at all. Just let it be. You're more sensitive and receptive than usual on the weekend. And so just be careful in knowing that, and also be gentle with yourself when you know that you're getting sensitive. And again, don't let the mind create new stories or make it even more difficult that you start to overthink. Just retrieve back into knowing that this is a little bit overbearing because you are sensitive to it. That's just what it is for you guys in pile number 3. And of course, when we have an emotional loss and we're sensitive, we can sense that even greater.
And with the burdens here, I still feel like we have a 9, we have a 10, we have a gain, we have the disc. So it is still energetically that we're moving on here. It's if you, for some of you, I want to say, if it is a relationship where you've been holding everything together and just pushing everything forward, you just don't feel like this anymore this weekend. You're realizing that one person cannot carry this relationship forward. So, and that might be sensitive because we sometimes put a lot of work in our relationships. And when they don't work out, it's difficult when we have to leave that. Again, you still have good luck with you because of you keep maintaining this purity with yourself that has created this beautiful. And like the sign Virgo that's coming through here, Virgo is so helpful and giving to everyone and very caring. Like a Virgo, if you have a Virgo in your family, anyone connected to Virgo, you know that Virgos take care of everyone. Like they really, really, really are that. But then when they feel used and abused in that sense, they can turn away and you can see a whole nother side of Virgo. So that's how I feel like the energies for you, pile number 3, is that energetically you're very sensitive and you're feeling like, no, if I'm going to carry all of this, I don't want to carry it anymore because I am the one doing all of the work. So sometimes we have to leave if it is a relationship. Sometimes we have to leave the situation where we are the ones carrying everything because it's not meant to be like that. We're supposed to be supported. Every human being is supposed to be supported. And if we're not in that place, then that's the lesson that we need to learn. Like the hangman, we need to understand that, again, spirit wants you to be in this place. Your higher self wants to be in this place so that you can see it clearly. So see it for what it is and be gentle with yourself when you're going through this sensitive weekend, pile number 3. I hope that this message helps you navigate forward on this weekend. I hope to see you next time on these Pick a Shell readings. So have a wonderful day, and I'm sending love your way, everyone. Bye.